Hey, thank you so much for taking the time to join this short webinar slash workshop. Today, we're going to be going over how you can earn $40,000 or more each month by selling mortgage protection insurance over the phone. And today, we're going to go over a super quick agenda. This is only going to take about 30 minutes, so stick with us. First, I'm going to show some introduction to myself and Joe Basso, who we have on the other side of the camera here. And we're going to go over some proof of results that StrongPoint Digital's had over the past 24 months, specifically helping life insurance agents. And part two, we're going to talk about a three-step scaling framework that Joe used to take his insurance marketing organization from zero to over $156 million in life premium over the last 4 years. So that is insane value you guys get to tap into listening to a nine-figure business owner that is specifically using our lead type to help multiple of his agency owners scale their business with inside his IMO. And part three, I'm going to share the exact offer on how I can help you earn $40,000 or more per month. Or if you're an agency owner, exactly how you can help your agents get plugged into a proven system that's designed to help you scale your business. And then last but not least, I'm going to go over FAQs that I get asked almost every single day when I'm speaking with agents. So without further ado, my name is Jared Markeson and I'm the CEO of StrongPoint Digital. The company was founded in 2018. And since then, we've had the honor of helping over 1,000 insurance agents scale their business. And throughout that time, I have overseen $5 million of ad spend. And today I wanted to interview a very special guest who's right below me in the video here. His name is Joseph Basso, and he is the CEO of Pinnacle Life Group, which is the fastest growing IMO in the entire country. Okay. Joe's company has placed over 100,000 policies. He has over 3,000 active agents. And Joe, you've started three eight-figure businesses. So I appreciate you jumping on this and dropping some value today for everybody.
I'm happy to be here, man. I can confidently say Pinnacle Life Group would not be where we are without the partnership with StrongPoint Digital. So when you asked me to hop on and share some of my experience, it was an easy yes. And dude, I'm super appreciative and grateful for you and the team at StrongPoint working with us and helping us scale in the way that we have.
Yeah, man. And all the feedback from yourself, from all of your agents, has definitely helped us create a product that's winning. So we can't thank you more. We're super excited that you took the time to jump on today. So, how this is going to work, I'm going to ask Joe some questions when we get into the scaling part of this so that you can actually hear it from one of our clients and how it's impacted his company. So, the problems that StrongPoint Digital solve and kind of why we created the company was there has been a decrease in direct mail. So before we jumped into the insurance vertical and started marketing for it, the majority of agents were buying fresh direct mail. They were calling those, they were booking appointments, they were driving all over, they were doing great until the direct mail started to decrease. And when there's less supply, when there's less supply, the price is going to actually increase. And we've seen that over the last 4 years continually increase in price. And what happened there was actually no digital mortgage leads on the market. Okay. Like everybody was addicted to this direct mail. They needed to lock out their counties. It was like a race to the counties and to get them. And we noticed a hole in the market. So we also noticed that if you weren't buying fresh direct mail, a lot of newer agents were actually buying older, dated, and shared leads, which led to them having to call hundreds and hundreds of leads daily. And, at the end of the day, they might have had little to nothing to show for it. Another problem that we saw is there's a super slow, unreliable nature to marketing agencies. Okay. Maybe you're on this call and you want to say, hey, Jared, I have been burned by multiple marketing agencies before. Okay. We've heard that a million times and we sought out to create a repeatable process where we can plug a brand new agent in, a seasoned agent in, right into our system and start getting leads immediately and start having a proven process that they can rely on as a backbone of their sales process to grow their company. And last but not least, we saw a lack of modern marketing in the insurance vertical, hence why we created a digital mortgage lead. So, since you're here, let's talk about what's in it for you. By the end of this presentation, you're going to clearly understand how you can add 5 to 10 prospects daily to your pipeline who know why you're calling them. Okay, I know that sounds weird in this industry that leads know why they're calling, okay? But we've actually created a process that the leads know and want coverage, okay? I'll also hand you over the keys in the exact sales process that Joe's company in particular has helped us create to actually close more deals, okay? Joe uses this for some of his top producing agencies, and we've worked very close together over the past 24 months at creating it. All we ask is that you stay to the end of this presentation, close out all your other distractions because it could just change your business, your life, and your income. So why listen to us? At StrongPoint, we've collected over 500 plus success stories. I have a little video of our Instagram right here. You can follow us at StrongPoint Digital after the presentation though, but you can see we have over 500 success stories. Like you can see me popping through this. This is like 2 minutes of just clients sharing their wins with us. We've also spent over $4 million perfecting the process. Okay. We spent $4 million on ads. We've sent over like 3 million people to our landing pages to perfect the process of generating and qualifying leads. We've generated over 150,000 leads. You can see right there in the bottom left, it's like 149,000. That was taken a few days ago. So we have absolutely crossed the 150,000 lead mark. And our ads have been shown almost 90 million times. So if you're familiar with the Big House, it's the largest stadium in the United States. And I've actually copy and pasted that picture 818 times. That's how many of those full packed big houses have seen our ads. We've also answered 2,700 support requests in under 10 minutes. And why is this important? It's not that, hey, we help our customers out when they have a problem or they need something, but we're actively listening and taking feedback on our lead types so that we can fix the problems that our clients are having to make our product better and more usable. Okay. So let's jump right into this, Joe. I'm going to ask you some questions here.
Let's
This
do
is
it.
our 3-step scaling system. Okay. So if you want to jump up the rank in your company and you want to be a top 1%er of insurance producers, Joe, let's talk about sales here. How big has one call closing customers been for your company?
Well, it's been massive. I mean, you already alluded to it earlier on just a few minutes ago. When I got into the insurance world 4 years ago, there was no good quality, scalable digital mortgage lead. Everybody was still using direct mail primarily. As you know, that created other issues because, well, the direct mail, the large majority of it, it's essentially being created by people that are just buying a new home or refinancing their mortgage. So there's a set number of those individuals nationwide every single week. Out of all of that mail that gets sent out, you now have a much, much, much smaller number that's actually filling out a form or calling in from a mailer requesting coverage. So, that you can only scale that to a certain point, Jared, and we figured that out pretty early on. And if you don't have the next step in that evolution process, it actually dilutes all of your results because you had again alluded to you can sell the same shared leads over and over again. And if you're not careful in what systems you're using to make sure that you're not reselling leads that were already sold, now you've got cannibalization. It affects your quality of business. Ultimately, it hurts the new agents because their profitability is what's getting messed with. So when we made the transition, and as you remember, Jared, when we first met, I was definitely gun shy because we had multiple bad experiences at Pinnacle working with other digital marketing companies. So we knew what we didn't want. We knew what we couldn't have as far as, the quality of the lead, the process in which the lead came in, and then just to be like vulnerable and transparent on the call, there was a good learning curve as we both remember well. We worked through it together because when you've got agents that are used to working at what we call an analog lead, a direct mail lead, when you make that transition to a high quality digital lead, the approach looks different. So, whereas an analog lead, just think about it from the psychology standpoint, the client that's filling out an analog lead, well, they're not expecting you to get back to them for days or even weeks. Whereas on a digital lead, you're marketing to a different consumer and speed to lead on the digital side is a really big deal. Now we've gotten to the place where we've got all the systems, we have technology on the backside. You guys have helped us develop majority of that. We know exactly what our conversion rate looks like. It's very straightforward. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We know how to convert on a digital lead. And what we found is it's actually way, way more simple for a new agent that's trying to scale their business. Because, well, if everybody's working the same type of lead, it's a fresh, exclusive digital lead, man, you're just not having to deal with a lot of the objections that you would be dealing with on a direct mail shared lead campaign. Does that make sense?
That makes a ton of sense. And exclusive's huge, right? You don't have somebody coming behind you and replacing a bunch of policies at the end of the day.
It's massive. And obviously, what we have figured out on the technology side, on the back end of what StrongPoint has helped us with, and not to dive into history 2 years ago, but if you just have your agents reaching out to these leads as they're coming in real time, you're going to have a good conversion rate, but you're leaving money on the table. When you combine SMS campaigns and automations with AI and all of the things that we're doing today, what we've noticed is we're picking up another 8, 9, 10% in our conversion rate, which of course lowers, the CAC, the client acquisition cost for our agents, which ultimately puts more money in their pocket. They're seeing a better ROI on their lead investment. So it's been massive.
Yeah, it absolutely like that's one thing that I noticed when I came into helping out your company was like the entire process of there's right now buyers, soon buyers, and later buyers, and you can address all three of those using technology, using automation, using text message, using AI. And you guys have done such a fantastic job at making sure that all of your agents are picking up that extra 8 to 10%, even if it doesn't happen on week one. Maybe that
Correct.
looks like over a quarter, you're picking up another 8 to 10%, which is absolutely massive. And that's how the top 1% of insurance producers are selling. Okay. They're attempting the one call close. Like, Joe, I don't know about you, but as a marketer and as somebody that's looking at sales process, like no shows are up big time. Like three
Yeah.
years ago, you might have had 75% show rates. Now, today, it's like 40 to 60%, depending on how good you're tying down these appointments. But if you actually pivot a little bit and go for the one call close, like you're eliminating that variable directly. Like your sales throughput by just getting rid of that can just be increased tenfold, which is
No
amazing.
doubt. No doubt. And anybody that's worked analog leads that might be listening, what you know is when you're working a direct mail lead, you're only exclusive with that lead for so long, whether it be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, et cetera. You only have it for so long. And so what you find is from the agent mentality, they'll work that lead hard for a week, maybe two, and then it goes into the trash bin. And somebody else buys that lead. And what's crazy is it's kind of the gift that keeps on giving because even as those shared leads continue getting sold, there's still sales to be had. There's still meat left on the bone. Whereas with an exclusive digital lead, it's exclusive to that agent. So when you set up the proper drip campaigns and AI campaigns, you're able to make sure you got every dollar off the table from that lead. And you're putting those dollars and cents back into your business as an agency owner. And more importantly, because we preach people over profit, you're putting that money, those dollars and cents back into your agent's bank account. And that's where we've seen so much success in scaling with quality of business and quality recruiting.
Yeah, amen. I've heard I've heard from multiple of your agents that have been purchasing from StrongPoint for over a year now that they're booking appointments from leads that are 9 months old that they still have in their spreadsheet that they'll go back and call through. And it's like, imagine what your business would look like if your pipeline was full from last year with all the leads that you bought, where you know at any given time, hey, my lead flow is a little slow today. Let me go call through 100 of my old leads, and you know you're going to pick up some appointments and some sales. That's the beauty of exclusivity. Let's jump on here, Joe. Number two, like let's talk about how important it actually is for agents to be speaking with motivated leads, right? There's only so much time an agent has in a day. You still got to sleep 8 hours, right? So you the rest of the time you could be working, but what are you doing with the rest of the hours of the day? Well, StrongPoint Digital in particular has focused a lot on quality over quantity. Okay. So that first initial switch might be different for agents that are used to working shared old, sub $2, $3 leads because they're just burning through a bunch of them. But when they're jumping up to a lead that costs a little bit more money, you'll notice an increase in contact rates, an increase in, oh, yeah, I remember filling that out online. I actually really need this coverage. And you'll notice an increase in closing percentages, and you're going to save a lot of time. Especially like, look, if you're an agency owner here and you have agents that you're taking care of, like, what would you do with an extra 4 hours a day that you're not on the phone dialing if you're still writing? You could do a lot with 4 hours a day, Joe, right?
A whole lot. A whole lot. Every minute counts.
Yeah, and then like once you crack that code of, hey, I understand how to work 25 leads a week, 35 leads a week, and get the same results that you were getting maybe working 300 to 500 leads a week. Now I think the whole game is like, let's do quality and quantity. Buy a lot of quality leads, and that unlocks scale. Joe, can you talk about a couple of your agencies that have been kind of practicing what I just went through in their results?
Yeah. We've got quite a few. I would say probably a dozen or more agencies that have really bought into this process, and to watch their growth trajectory in the first year or two, when, quite frankly, Jared, they had leads and agents buying leads from a host of different lead vendors, whether it had been all direct mail, some call in direct mail, some BPL campaigns, some mail drop campaigns. What that led to, Jared, was it made it way more difficult for the agency owner to actually have control over their business and actually pour into and provide value to their agents. Because if you've got, let's just say you had 10 agents on your team, and all 10 of them are using different processes, different CRM, different tech, different lead type, man, there's no synergy there. There's no synergy whatsoever. And now you, as the leader, man, you're having to put on a different hat in every single conversation. And there's no, like, you gain so much synergy when everybody is doing the same thing. That's where the scalability comes into play. I always use Chick-fil-A as a great example, right? Truett Cathy understood I should be able to go to a Chick-fil-A here in New Jersey, out in California, down in Atlanta, Georgia, and have the exact same experience at every Chick-fil-A in the company and in the country. And the only way that happens is with scalable, copy and paste, repeatable systems and structures and processes. And so that's what this has allowed us to do in our business. And my first mentor, Jared, always said, as an entrepreneur, there's really two things that you and you only can control, but it affects every other part of your business. And it's time management and money management. And as those two things come into play, this is where this lead in your company has helped us to scale, because, like you just mentioned, with a quality over quantity approach, you're able to take a new agent and they could write, if they're brand spanking new, 20,000, 25,000, 30,000 in a month in their first month or two, and you know exactly word for word how to train them, the exact script, all the automations to pick up everything left on the table. Like, you can take an agent and walk them through a blueprint with complete confidence that they're going to have the same results as the other dozens of agents that you've helped go from A to Z. I think that's massive. When you do that, if that agent can work a 35 pack or a 25 pack, or they're not very good, they're brand new, they're still in their learning curve, a 50 pack, and we know we could have rinse and repeat results. Well, now we're buying time back as a leader that we can go and recruit and train more agents or personally produce. For that agent, now they are producing the same or more premium that puts dollars and cents in their bank account in a fraction of the time. They now have the decision, do I double down and produce twice the premium with all the time I just bought myself back? Or do I diversify into recruiting and building my own team? At Pinnacle, we don't really have a preference. I think every agent has their own agenda for their vision, for their goal, their why. We just want to make sure we provide the right resources, the right tools, and the value proposition that we could help our agents do what's on their agenda. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. And to do it with complete confidence now is like a no-brainer for a new agent getting started, where like, maybe 20 months ago when we were 4 months into this, we have a process, but does it work? Does it not? Like now having thousands of results coming from this, like I can confidently say this is the process. If you are able to work the process how we have it laid out, you'll see success,
No doubt.
right? Two more bullet points on this slide. We'll move on to the next. Like we focus on blue ocean leads at Strong Point. Okay. There's a lot of people that just have like quick internet leads. There's a lot of people that, might advertise where everybody else is. Call it direct mail. Like a lot of insurance companies are buying a lot of direct mail for the 25th time. We focus on specifically Facebook and YouTube ads. We found that blending Facebook, which is a very steady platform, with YouTube, which is a very high intent platform. Okay. It's owned by Google, it's search based. When somebody's searching for mortgage protection insurance, life insurance, our ads pop up. Also, people that are on Google are more wealthy than anybody on any other social platform. Okay. That has the wealthiest individuals. And we're blending those two leads together to create an amazing product. One last thing, TCPA compliance is huge. There's a giant new ruling coming in for one-to-one consent. We will handle all of the TCPA compliance so you can sleep well at night. Joe, how big has that been for your company?
It's been everything, man. I mean, anyone that's run an organization in direct sales, you understand if you're working a lead, TCPA and FCC compliance is the thing that can haunt you and tear your business apart if you don't get it right. So having that peace of mind, working with you guys, it's been phenomenal. It's one less thing that I don't have to think about, and I can put my time and my energy into what makes me money.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're very, very particular with that stuff too. Like it's not just kind of let it fly under the radar and maybe fix it. Like this is our team is like making sure that this is our utmost importance. Like you don't want to be getting fined $1,500 per lead, right? That doesn't make any sense for anybody's business. Uh, Not no good. So we'll leave it at that. Step number three, I want everybody on this call listening to ditch the shiny lead syndrome. Okay. You got this ad, you were served this ad on Facebook to join this. Maybe somebody referred you over, and you're probably doing that on a weekly basis. You're probably getting a bunch of ads in your feed. You're signing up for things, you're looking into new things, you're asking people what's working and what isn't working. Guys, we have something that works right here. But you need to take the time and you need to master a lead type and you need to pack your pipeline over 3, 6, 9, 12 months, 24 months. Okay. Once you get started, you need to give yourself enough time and enough leads to practice your process and to master your craft. The reason I put ditch shiny lead syndrome up here is because I see a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with right when things get a little hard, pivoting and changing when all of the fruit of their labor comes with that last 10% of mastering what they're actually doing. So I like to say that the cost of change is greater than the cost of mastery. Joe, you personally have taught me that. You're like, hey, Jared, we need to focus. This needs to be a focused, attentive effort that we don't give up on. Like in your career, Joe, after starting 3 8-figure businesses, you have a 9-figure business right now. Like how important has mastering a craft been?
Well, it's everything. We're all tempted with that shiny object syndrome. We're all tempted to think the grass is greener on the other side. The grass is greener where we water it. And most times most people overreact when they should make tiny tweaks and adjustments to where they've already put so much of their time and energy. And so I always use the analogy. It's like, hey, you're on the highway, you're going 80 miles an hour. Man, if you jerk the wheel too hard, you're going to crash and probably die, right? And your business is just like that. If you're constantly jerking the wheel, and I know entrepreneurs that do this all the time in their businesses. They never ever find traction. They never get to the destination. So it's small little tweaks. Not to say that everything in your business needs to stay static. Of course not. You're constantly trying to grow and you're tweaking little things, trying to find out how do we get 1% better. And you do that with compounding interest and you win. But it's staying away from the urges to constantly veer off course. And I've seen personally what that looks like in compounding interest at 15 years in my career at this point. Stick with the stuff that we know works.
Absolutely. And like also surround yourself with other people that are successful with what's going on. I've noticed, Joe, that you guys host a lot of trainings in your company, like a lot, like daily. I see them going on. How important is it for people to not be a lone wolf and to actually start surrounding themselves with other people that are winning, especially with a new lead?
That's massive, man. Like, I don't care what you're trying to do in life, whether it's business, whether it's relationships, whether it's, ministry, whatever the case might be. We are what we think, period. We are what we think. So left to our own devices, doubt sets in, anxiety sets in, and our level of belief wanes. And I've seen firsthand in my own life and now in working with thousands of others in the last 15 years, tens of thousands of others, the people that have their mindset right always perform. When the mindset is right, the activity is right. When the activity is right, the results always show. So the point of surrounding yourself with others is, hey, we're all going to have bad days. Sometimes you're having a good day, but you have a bad hour or a bad couple of hours. When you're plugged into a source of other strong-minded people that have the ability to get you back on course and course correct quickly, dude, that's the difference between average entrepreneurs, above average, and then that next level. It's how fast can you course correct when your mindset starts to slip. And so putting yourself around other strong-minded people, dude, you're able to real time course correct, get back on the straight and narrow. And that shows, again, compounding interest in your business.
That's amazing. So good. You guys will notice that we'll have a place for you to surround yourself with other successful producers as we keep going through this. So now let me ask everybody watching, let me ask you watching, okay? Do you think if you implemented the 3 steps, you could scale your business to $40,000 plus per month? Or if you're an agency owner, do you think you could plug this process into your recruits that you're bringing in and help them earn $40,000 plus per month? Here's how I can help you fast track this process. How we can help you. I can help you get 5 to 10 motivated leads daily into your pipeline. I can share with you the exact proven one call close script that a lot of Joe's agency is using as they work our leads. I'll also invite you to our once a week training where you can tap into top producers that are actively writing business at a very high level, working the exact leads in the exact system that I'm sharing with you right now. I'll also provide you with the proven SMS and email templates that you can plug into whatever system you're using currently. Okay? I know there's a lot out there, but like copy, paste. Joe, like you said earlier, here's the process. Copy and paste the script, copy and paste these emails, copy and paste this lead type, copy and paste these text messages, right? And then our team will provide you with dedicated support. Anything happens at any time during the week, we're here to help you. Okay? And if all I did was help you close an extra $10,000 plus per week, you guys think it would be worth it? But look, you're not going to even pay, close to $11,000 to $18,000. You won't even pay $7,500 because here's what we'll do for you. Like my team and I will script all the ads. We'll hire all of the actors. We'll pay for all the ads. We'll manage all of the ads. We'll manage all of the compliance behind lead gen. We'll build and optimize all of the landing pages. Remember, we've sent 3 million people to our landing pages. We have a lot of user data, a lot of behavior, a lot of analytics behind what creates a qualified lead. Okay. We'll also help train you once per week on what's currently working so you're not a lone wolf here. And today, just because you decided to stick to the end and hear all the value Joe had to drop and all the ways StrongPoint can help you, you can get everything that we just mentioned for less than $55 a lead. Okay, we actually have two different lead types at StrongPoint. We have a signature lead, which is $35 per lead, and we have a premium lead, which is $50 per lead. Okay, over the past 2 years, we have been using our premium lead, the $50 lead, to help grow hundreds of clients to over $10,000 plus per week in production. Okay, we'll go over the core difference a little bit later in the FAQs, but what I want you to do right now is somewhere below this page, there is going to be a place to book a call. Somebody on my team will get in touch with you and we're going to identify what your goals are in particular. Maybe you're an agency owner and you're looking to plug this into your agents. Maybe you're a brand new agent and you're wondering what lead type should I choose? Okay. We'll help you achieve whatever your goal is quickly and put you in the right vehicle to help you achieve your goals. So go ahead, take some time, book a call right on this page below, and we're going to jump into some FAQs. But before we do so, Joe, I wanted to thank you so much for taking the time to jump on today. I know a bunch of people that are watching this uh, is going to change their life and their business, and they're going to make a ton of money, and they're going to feel very confident when they're jumping into life insurance, or maybe they're trying to scale up past, maybe they're stuck at $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month. They want to hit a new milestone. We're here to help. That's exactly what StrongPoint Digital does with the help of Joe's feedback from all of his agents and agency owners. So, Joe, any closing remarks to any agents that might be on the fence of booking a call right now?
No, I would just say, Jared, I really appreciate what you've been able to do, adding value to Pinnacle Life Group. If you're on the fence, you're listening, I'll say these have been the most responsive. Uh, they're a team. The team at StrongPoint, they are the most responsive. They're the most nimble. They take our feedback. They'll do the same for you. So that's why when they asked me to hop on this call as a live testimonial, I was more than happy to do it because we would not be where we are without StrongPoint Digital. So, Jared, I appreciate you having me on, and I'm sure we'll talk soon. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Joe. Thanks, boss.
Bye.
Talk to you. All right, let's go over some frequently asked questions that almost everybody asks me when they're on the calls so that you can kind of get cleared up before you actually jump on with our team. So you might be wondering, how are these leads generated? Well, we use Facebook and YouTube video ads, and we drive traffic to our landing pages. And then on our landing pages, we have anywhere between 6 and 11 qualification forms to weed out all the tire kickers. Okay. We had a little bit of friction. If somebody's not willing to spend a couple minutes filling out a form, they're not willing to get coverage. So that's exactly what we do with our forms. After somebody submits our forms, we show them a 2-minute explainer video of what mortgage protection is so that they know what the heck is going on when you call them. Okay. Then we send you the lead, you close them. Okay. Our job's generating the leads and teaching you exactly what works in order for your sales process to succeed, but it's still your job to close them. Okay. Next question. How many states do you need to be licensed in? We recommend that you're licensed in as many states as possible. This is going to ensure that you get your leads quickly. It's going to ensure that you have a competitive advantage in this space in digital sales. Okay. Now, in order for you to even be able to order leads from us, you're going to have at least 2 licenses in these states: Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Louisiana, Maryland, Jersey, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Virginia. Okay, if you don't have 2 of those, go get licensed in those 2 before booking a call, or book a call and then get licensed after. But it's important. We can't get you leads if you don't have 2 of those states. We won't get you enough in time. What are the close rates? Okay, this is tough because I don't get the exact data back. Again, we don't collect all of the stats, but you're going to see anywhere between 50 to 60% contact rates and 25 to 50% close rates, depending on your skill level, how long you've been in the industry, how familiar you are with working the product. But for example, if you order 100 leads, you can contact about 50 of them and close maybe 10 to 25 policies out of the batch. On the high end, that's where the top producers are hanging out. The lower end, that is where a new agent is hanging out that has taken our process seriously and dialed the phones for a little bit. Okay. What CRM should you use? If you don't already have a CRM, or sorry, if you already have a CRM, don't reinvent the wheel here. Okay. Just plug in our proven process into your current CRM. However, if you don't already have a CRM, a lot of our customers use Ringy. Okay. It's just like a local dialer CRM that you can sync your Google Sheet with and put your leads in there, or Go High Level. Okay. Most of you here are probably using Go High Level or a version of Go High Level. Keep using it. It's great. Ask one of our experts on the call on the lead consultation below if you need help with the CRM. How are these leads delivered? They're going to be delivered fresh and exclusive, meaning when somebody fills out a form online and they're in one of your license states, they're going to be put into your spreadsheet within minutes. Okay. And we'll email them to you and we'll share them with you in a Google spreadsheet. How old are the leads on average? They're about 62 and a half years old. Okay. Do you offer any refunds or replacements? We don't offer any like full refunds because all of our sales are final because we're actually taking the money that you provide us and we're investing it in ads to get you leads. But we do offer replacements on our leads if they fit this criteria. If they're outside of a state you're licensed in. Okay. Let's say that we send you a California lead, but you didn't say that you were licensed in California in the onboarding process, we'll replace it. Or if the lead's over the age of 80. Okay. And all replacement requests will take place the following week. Okay. So if we send you leads over a 7-day basis and you request replacements each day, and the next week you'll get your replacements. Okay. We replace up to 10% of your order if it fits this criteria. Are there any long-term contracts? There is no long-term contracts. You can go ahead, you can pause, you can downgrade, you can upgrade, or you can cancel anytime before Saturday at 11:59 Eastern time. Okay, we work on a subscription basis where we'll bill your card for leads every single Tuesday once you get started. But we ask out of courtesy that you let us know if you need to do any of those things, pause, downgrade, upgrade, or cancel before Saturday, 11:59 Eastern, so our team can adjust the ads. Okay. Odds are, if you tell us after that, we're going to tell you, hey, no, you got to stick around with one more week for us. We already have your campaign ready to go. How many leads per week do top producers purchase? Okay, so our very top customers, right? You know, the 80-20 rule, like 20% of the agents are like 80% of the results, right? When I'm looking at that 20%, they're purchasing between 50 and 100 leads a week. Okay, like it's a lot of leads and it's a lot of money. But once you have this copy and paste process down, they're using the quality plus quantity equals scale methodology that we talked about. And I believe it was step 2 of our scaling system. So yeah, if you're a top producer already, or like you're aspiring to be a top producer, be in the 50 to 100 leads weekly. Okay. How does our subscription process work? All lead flow begins on Tuesday, and we'll get you all of your leads in 7 days or less. And we'll bill your card each Tuesday unless you tell us otherwise. Okay. Super simple. Tuesday to Tuesday. We just keep billing you. If you're wondering if you can speak with like a referral or something before you purchase, no problem. Book a call with the team. We'll introduce you to some people that you can speak with. Okay. You just saw Joe on here who has the fastest growing IMO in the nation. That should speak volume. Okay. Also on our website, there's a bunch of podcasts with top producers. Feel free to check those out. There's also a lot of value in there and how they're working leads, but like more than happy, we can connect you with somebody if you need to talk with them before you purchase. A lot of people say, hey, Jared, why shouldn't I generate my own leads? Well, let's talk about this. Your income is directly correlated with your ability to sell insurance or your ability to train your team on how to sell insurance. Okay. It will take 10,000 hours to master marketing. Do you have 10,000 hours to master marketing? Or could you stay in your own lane, use those 10,000 plus hours into sales and dominate all the other unfocused agents who are swerving out of their lane and deviating their hours into mastery of the wrong things? Okay. I'm not saying it's bad to learn marketing or it's bad to generate your own leads. I'm just saying, do you want to master the skill that directly is correlated with your income? I would, right? Next, you're going to probably want to have a budget of about $100,000 to test if you're creating your own lead system. Like, no joke. Like, you might get it right initially. Like, you might start a Facebook account, have somebody help you scale it to $100 a day. But like after $100 a day, good luck. It's going to be really tough to scale, help a team. Like we've helped hundreds of people at once get their leads in 7 days or less. Okay. That process takes time. It takes mastery. It takes a bunch of money. Okay. When do the leads start coming in? Leads will start coming in on Tuesday and they'll progressively get faster throughout the week. Are the leads exclusive? Yes, they're permanently exclusive. Like I was saying with Joe, many of our clients report closing deals from the leads that they purchased like 3 to 12 months ago. Okay, they're exclusive. You can keep running through them, keep getting sales. That's the power of an exclusive lead. And how are we handling the new TCPA compliance rulings that are active? Well, we've built in technology that allows each lead to opt into you specifically, which is a huge game changer. And this allows you to remain compliant with the FCC's new 1-to-1 consent ruling that's effective on 1/27/2025. Okay. Now you could be wondering, maybe you're an agency owner watching this, is this a scalable solution for my entire team? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We have many agency owners who send us all of their agents. Okay. We are able to generate thousands of leads per day if you need. And can you integrate with my CRM? If you need a custom CRM integration, we do require a 4-week commitment to our leads. Okay. That's just so we know that you're a serious person and you're not just going to come in, you're going to buy 25 leads. We're going to do this whole integration for you and you're going to leave. Doesn't make sense. Okay. So if you do want to integrate, but you don't want to sign a 4-week commitment, you can use a tool like Zapier.com and you can connect your Google Sheet that will send you with your CRM. If you're unfamiliar with how to do so, Google it, YouTube it. There's a ton of videos out there that can show you exactly how to do it, or reach out to the CRM company that you're with. I'm sure they'll have some video or written documentation on exactly how you can set something like that up. Who do you contact if you have a problem? Okay. When I mentioned that we've answered 2,700 plus support requests in 10 minutes or less, that's to this email right there, info@strongpointdigital.com. We have a dedicated team to help you answer any of the questions or concerns that you have in a timely manner, Monday through Friday, 9 to 6 Eastern. Okay. If you need to see any examples of our ads, go ahead. I will go ahead, book a call with our team. We'll show you. Okay. How do you get started? Just book a call below, or you can just place an order right on our website at www.strongpointdigital.com. You can check out our different lead types, our different packages and pricing, and you can read more about our company there. And I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for attending this call. It means the world to me that I'm able to serve more customers that I know I can help at a super high level. I hope you got a ton of value from my great friend, Joe Basso. He is an absolute stud and a killer. You should listen to the words that he said. Maybe replay this again. I know I'm going to want to watch it and hear some of those golden nuggets again, but go ahead, book a call, or head over to www.strongpointdigital.com. I look forward to serving you at the highest level and have a great rest of your day.